Hello, welcome to Ethical Electrical, where we believe in three principles: honesty, quality, and value. Our goal today is to give you an insight on kitchen recess lighting. So let's get started here. First, I want you to look at this little demonstration here. Do you see the light bulb on the right hand side? Do you see the smaller one on the left hand side? That one on the left is substantially smaller than the one on the right, or though it would appear. But because the one on the left has grid lines above it, it makes it appear to be a lot smaller than what it is. Now look right above that little light bulb. You see the kitchen with the grid lines above head? Well, when they designed this in the 70s and 80s, they didn't take into the fact that grid lines make things shrink, make things look a lot smaller. Let me prove this to you. Let's take a measuring device right now and put it across the bottom light bulb. That bottom light bulb is 3 inches. Let's move that grid line up, the measuring device up, I should say. And you can see that's 3 inches also. You look at them both again, and they obviously appear to be two total different sizes. Same thing happens with the kitchens. Look at this kitchen here. It has grid lines on it. But let's eliminate those grid lines and let's add some recessed lighting, and look what happens. The kitchen will be twice the size. It's amazing how it transforms the kitchen. Let's look at a before and after picture of that. Do you see the one on the left and the one on the right? Just like the light bulb on the left and on the right. One looks a lot smaller than the other. Grid lines overhead make things look a lot smaller. We'll take a look at another kitchen here, and let's look at the before. Here's the after, and let's put them right next to each other. Absolute transformation. Let's look at another kitchen. This was a great couple. The guy's like a cowboy. He was a great man. And here we go here. These are jobs done by Ethical Electrical. Look at the second result on that. Let's look at the before and after. Once again, kitchens are absolutely looking much bigger with this. Now, let's go over something else too. It's called color rendering index. Basically what that is how many colors you will see in an object. If you were to go outside, you would see a full spectrum of colors. If you were to go under a fluorescent light, you only see about 12 spectrums of colors. So let's look at a countertop, a granite top with fluorescent lighting above it. That's what you would see. That's because your eye will only allow you to see 12 different colors on that slab of granite. Let's see what happens if you take yourself, say for instance, a quartz light, or let's say incandescent light, or a par 38 light, or a LED light, and you were to put it above the same counter, something that you would put in a recessed light. That's what your counter would look like. They're both the same counters. It was only the lighting that changed, because you will see a lot more colors and more definition. Let's look at a picture of a kitchen with the two different type of lighting. The one on the left is limited due to lenses and due to fluorescence. You see? Look at the microwave, for instance. The microwave on the left has no shine, has no reflection. Look at the one on the right, has shine and reflection. Look at the cabinets. It's a total different transformation. So not only does the kitchen become larger, but the colors and the granite, the wood grain has more definition, and you see more color in it. It's a beautiful transformation that happens. Now, another little benefit of having recessed lights is you're not limited to having them on and off. You can add dimmer switches. Dimmer switches are really neat because they can change the ambiance of a room. Let's say you have that normal kitchen right here that we've done. Let's dim it down a little bit. That's for a party that's a little more mellower, or perhaps you and your wife want to be romantic and you guys have cooking area in nice dim light. Not to mention it does save you money too. So you can create an ambiance with a dimmer, where with fluorescence you can't take dimmers. It doesn't work that way. Now, Ethical Electrical will only do high quality work, so I'll let you know the fixtures that we install will always be airtight, meaning air will not go in them or come out of them. They're airtight, and they're designed to be airtight. You can get some that aren't, but we only go with airtight. Also, we always go with a 90-watt max so that you can have yourself a brighter light if you wish to put one in there. We also use IC rated, and this is very important because a lot of people save $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 a fixture by putting non-IC rated, which means they're not allowed to have contact with insulation. Ours are allowed to have contact with insulation, and whether you have insulation in your attic or you don't, we still put in IC rated, because in the future, if you decide to put in insulation, we don't want your house catching on fire. A lot of my repairs by inspectors is to go back when somebody goes to sell their house and make sure that I take out the non-IC rated fixtures and replace them with IC rated, because insulation is all around them. The other thing we do is we always use flanges that drop down. We don't just glue them up there. The flanges we put in hold them in place to create safety and security. Another thing we do is we always have a thermal protector in there to make sure if anything happens, so say for instance you were to hit the light with the broom on accident, or were to get overheated, it would shut down before any fires would start. We always use UL listed damp rated fixtures, because this is the way we look at it. If you're in the kitchen and something steams up, we don't want it to cause problems because moisture is going up into the fixture. And we always use medium based adjustable fixtures. This allows you to use BR40s, PAR 38s, BR30s, fluorescent lights in them, halogen lights in there, quartz lights in there. Allows you to use LED lights. It expands your abilities because it's all universal. Another little interesting thing with ethical electrical is this. Since I am the owner and I derived from the industrial world and then the commercial, now I'm doing a bit of a residential world. In commercial and industrial, you're not legally allowed to run 15 gauge wire. You're not allowed to run 15 amp wire. So I decided I would rather put people before profit, and any wire that I run for lighting, even though you can do it in residential for lighting, I run 20 amp wire. It's 25% more power. It costs me about 4% more material, but you know what? I put people before profit, so you'll never see ethical electrical using 15 amp wire. We only use 20 amp wire. If it's not good enough for commercial work, and if it's not good enough for industrial work, for me, it's not good enough for my customers, because it's people before profit. Just a unique thing about ethical electrical I thought I'd let you know about. Now let's look at these places. Let's drop them down. These are all previous clients that I've had, and let's drop them right down here, and then let's look at the first one. That's the before and the after. The after is on top. It's actually amazing what happened. They were very happy. Matter of fact, they sent me that picture because they were so happy with it. Let's look at the next one here. That one right there is amazing. I'm still amazed if you look at the microwave, how it shines in the wood, how it has a much better definition. That was absolutely a kitchen that was covered. Nobody knew how beautiful the kitchen was until they did that. And you look at this one right here. This couple had a problem seeing. This was actually helped them out a lot with being able to see stuff. And by running LEDs, they were actually able to save money too. So that's ethical electrical and the kitchen recess sliding tutorial, just to give you an insight. Whether you go with ethical electrical or another company, my goal is to just give you an insight so you can see the benefits of it, what you should expect, and what you should get. So I hope when you do your kitchen, it comes out as beautiful as these kitchens are. And if you want a kitchen that looks that beautiful, give me a call and we can make this happen for your kitchen, just like we made it work for their kitchen. Thank you very much. Have a great evening, or a great day, or a great morning, depending on what time it is for you. Bye.